In every room you walk into, there's an invisible vote happening. Will they treat you like a leader or like background noise? Most people never notice that vote. But Machiavelli would tell you it's happening every second you are in public. In public, you're not just being yourself. You're broadcasting a signal. Your face, your voice, your posture, your jokes, your oversharing, your neediness, all of it tells the crowd whether you are someone to respect, someone to use, or someone to ignore. And the brutal truth: most people accidentally place themselves at the bottom of that hierarchy without even realizing it. They give away power in tiny, careless moments. A shaky voice here, a desperate compliment there, one overshare, one outburst, one attempt to impress, and their image quietly collapses. Machiavelli didn't live in an age of social media, but he understood something timeless. Power is a performance, and the public is the audience. You do not control who watches, but you do control what they see. These are Machiavelli's 9 rules for maintaining dominance in any social setting. Ignore them, and you become a cautionary tale. Use them, and you become the person nobody underestimates twice. Rule number 1. Never reveal your emotions in public. Not your panic, not your heartbreak, not your rage. When you break down in front of others, you think you are being real. They think they have just seen the cracks in your armor. The world doesn't dissect your pain with compassion. It dissects it with curiosity and strategy. When your eyes water in an office, when your voice trembles in a meeting, when you explode at a family gathering, you are teaching everyone exactly where to press next time. Public spaces are not therapy rooms. They are coliseums. You are either the one holding the spear or the one bleeding in the sand. That doesn't mean you must become a robot. It means you become deliberate. You still feel everything, but you choose when and where to show it. You train your face to stay calm when someone tries to humiliate you. You answer calmly when you've been disrespected. You smile when you're angry. You speak softly when you're under attack. The less people can read your emotions, the less they can control you. Mystery is power. If they cannot tell whether you're hurt, scared, or furious, they cannot predict your next move. Rule number 2, never argue loudly in public. The moment your voice rises, your status falls. People think dominance is volume, that if they shout the loudest in the restaurant, at the counter, in the street, they've won. But a loud argument doesn't make you look strong. It makes you look untrained. It hands the world a blueprint of your triggers. What insults get to you? Where your pride is fragile? What topics make you bitter? People forget your argument and remember your lack of control. Picture 2 people screaming at each other in a cafe. Nobody walks away thinking, "What a powerful presence." They walk away thinking, "What a mess." The one who stays calm, measured, in control of every word, that's the one who becomes interesting. When you refuse to raise your voice, you're silently saying, "I don't need your approval, and I don't need to prove myself here." Silence can be more terrifying than shouting because it suggests you know something the other person doesn't, and you're not in a rush to show it. Rule number 3, never display desperation. Desperation is the fastest way to erase your value. You can hear it in the way someone begs for another chance, see it in the way they lean forward too eagerly, feel it when they chase approval like oxygen. The desperate person believes they're convincing others to say yes. In reality, they're convincing others to see them as disposable. When you obviously need the job, the date, the friendship, the opportunity, you signal that you have no alternatives, no options, no leverage. And when people believe you have no options, they stop respecting you and start using you. They negotiate harder, they pay you less, they cancel on you more, they ghost you faster. A Machiavellian mindset flips the script. Even when everything is falling apart inside, you carry yourself like nothing is critical. You are never begging. You can want something badly, just never show that you need it to survive. Speak, Walk and decide, as if you could walk away at any moment. People are drawn to those who look like they can afford to lose. They chase the person who doesn't chase them back. Rule number 4, never over-compliment or flatter publicly. Flattery feels harmless. You think you're being nice. You think you're building connection. But to powerful or perceptive people, excessive praise smells like an agenda. When you constantly compliment someone, laugh too quickly at their jokes, agree with everything they say, you stop looking kind and start looking strategic, or worse, submissive. Your words become cheap because you offer them to everyone all the time. Every time you pour exaggerated praise on someone in front of others, you silently place yourself beneath them. You're telling the room, this person is above me. That might seem like a small thing, but in social hierarchies, small signals add up fast. The right way to use praise is like using a sharp dagger, rarely, precisely, and only when it serves a purpose. One well-timed, specific compliment can build respect. Endless applause builds boredom and suspicion. Respectful people are selective. Needy people are generous with flattery because they're buying approval. Never let your admiration look like worship. Rule number 5, never criticize someone openly if you can avoid it. Calling someone out in public feels powerful in the moment. It feels like justice, like speaking your truth. But what you often create is not respect. It's a quiet enemy with a long memory. When you embarrass someone in front of others, you're not just correcting a mistake. You're damaging their pride. Even if they smile, nod, or pretend to accept it, your words don't disappear when you walk away. They ferment into resentment. That person now has a reason to undermine you in meetings, talk behind your back, deny you opportunities, or quietly celebrate your failures. And everyone who watched the scene is also judging you. They're not only thinking, he was right. They're also thinking, if I slip up, will I be humiliated like that too? You lose trust even when you're technically correct. True dominance doesn't need public executions. It uses private conversations, subtle distance, and quiet decisions. If you must confront, do it away from the crowd. Let people feel corrected, not exposed. The strongest move is often to say less in public and let people destroy their own image over time. Rule number 6. Never try to be the funniest person in the room. Being funny feels powerful. People laugh, they look at you, they lean in, they remember your jokes. But if your identity in a group becomes the funny one, you often sacrifice something more important, serious respect. The jester is welcome in every room, but nobody hands him the keys to the kingdom. When you are constantly entertaining, people start to see you as light, harmless, non-threatening. They enjoy you, but they don't follow you. Humor is not bad. It's a tool. The problem is needing it. When you feel compelled to crack a joke every time there's silence, or you turn every serious moment into a punchline, you're telling everyone you'd rather be liked than respected. You reveal too much of yourself in your humor, your insecurities, your obsessions, your worldview, and someone listening carefully can use that against you later. Machiavellian dominance means you'd rather be slightly feared than always funny. You speak less, observe more, and let your words carry weight when you finally do talk. Let others be the clowns. Let them dance for attention while you keep your throne. Rule number 7. Never overshare your personal life. In modern culture, oversharing is sold as authenticity. Tell everyone your trauma, your fears, your relationship problems, your financial struggles. Make it content. Make it conversation. Machiavelli would call that a disaster. The more people know about your inner world, the more weapons they have if things go wrong. The colleague who listened to your venting today might use those details to undermine you tomorrow. The acquaintance who heard your secrets may retell them as gossip when you're not around. Every confession is a piece of armor you remove. Every "let me be totally honest with you" strips away a layer of mystery. You become predictable, readable. ordinary. People stop being curious about you because they already know your whole script. In social settings, power requires distance, not coldness, but boundaries. You share enough to be human, but not enough to be vulnerable in the wrong hands. Your closest truths belong to a very small inner circle, or to no one but you. In public, you speak from the mask, not the wound. You reveal your ideas, not your weaknesses. Rule number 8, never show off wealth or success. Flashing your achievements, bragging about your income, showing off your car, your watch, your lifestyle, it seems like a way to command respect. In reality, it often breeds quiet hatred. The more loudly you display what you have, the more you remind others of what they don't. You think you're inspiring them. Many of them are just quietly thinking, who does this person think they are? Envy doesn't always shout. It watches, it plans, it waits. The most powerful people in any room are often not the ones draped in designer labels and loud flexes. They're the ones who move with quiet certainty, who let others suspect their resources rather than see proof at every turn. Subtlety is safety. When your power is implied, people stay curious. When your power is flaunted, they feel challenged, and people will absolutely try to pull down what feels arrogant or out of reach. If you want to maintain dominance long-term, you let your competence, your calm, and your results speak louder than your accessories. The illusion of modesty is one of your strongest shields. Rule number 9, never lose control of your body or voice. Before you say a single word, the room has already decided something about you. Your posture, your walk, your eye contact, the speed of your movements, the steadiness of your hands. These are all signals. A hunched back, darting eyes, fidgeting, rushed speech, shaky tone, all of them tell people you are unsure, nervous, maybe even afraid. They might not consciously analyze it, but they feel it. And once they feel that you don't fully command yourself, they instinctively stop seeing you as someone who can command others. Dominance begins in presence, not in talking. You walk into a room, upright, grounded, taking your time. You don't rush to fill silence. You don't interrupt with nervous chatter. You breathe slowly, speak slightly slower than your anxiety wants you to, and keep your movements controlled. When someone tests you, interrupts you, insults you, challenges you, you do not flinch. You do not speed up. You do not suddenly talk louder to prove yourself. Every time you keep your body still and your voice measured under pressure, you send a strong message. You do not move me. That calm unnerves people who rely on drama to dominate. It forces them to feel their own lack of control. Put all 9 rules together and you see the real picture. Dominance is not about being the loudest, the richest, or the most dramatic person in the room. It is about being the least reactive, the one who never looks shaken, never looks desperate, never looks eager to impress, the one who listens more than he explains, who observes more than he performs, who keeps people guessing instead of giving them a full map of his mind. Most people lose power not through big scandals, but through small, careless habits. The argument they could have walked away from, the joke they shouldn't have made, the secret they didn't need to share, the compliment they didn't need to give, the moment they tried too hard to be seen instead of letting their presence do the work. Machiavelli's world was full of courts and princes. Yours is full of offices, group chats, parties, classrooms, and social media feeds. But the rules haven't changed as much as you think. You are still being watched. You are still being judged. And you are still either building your image or slowly handing it away. So the next time you step into a social setting, remember, your reputation is your armor. Your self-control is your weapon, and your mystery is your crown. Protect them like your life depends on it, because your power does. If you want more scripts that sharpen your psychology, your presence, and your ability to move through the world with quiet dominance, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay tuned, because this is just the beginning of your training.